Welcome back to Self-Made. If you are new here, I'm your host, Jason. You may know me from TikTok or Instagram, Jason Cleans. If you don't already follow me there, go drop me a follow. I post a lot of cool cleaning content and I give a lot of updates on this show and all the other stuff I'm doing. So today I wanted to jump on and talk about how to differentiate yourself from other people in your market, more specifically, the bottom feeders of your market, all the people charging 25, 30, 35 an hour and taking away a lot of the business. A lot of people who are starting out see this and they get really disheartened and unmotivated because they see that there's people charging pennies on the dollar, it is ridiculous. It's not sustainable. We know that. But there are ways that you can give value propositions and separate yourself from these people and position yourself at a higher place in the market so that people are willing to pay premium prices for your services. Also, quick update. Today, I went to Perth to meet the CEO of Sabco. His name's Herman. He's a great guy. I'm actually going to be working with Sabco very closely over the coming months. I'm going to be their first Australian ambassador, which is pretty cool. We've worked out a nice little deal that's going to benefit both of us. But yeah, I sat down with Herman today and he told me about the history of Sabco. It's a really cool Australian company. It was Australian born and bred. They're still in Australia today. They make all their products over in Melbourne. The company started in someone's garage in Adelaide way back in the day, and now it's a massive company across Oceania. You've obviously seen their products in Bunnings, Woolworths. I have always used their products in my business. I love their range. And so when they reached out asking to work with me, I was flattered really, and I was so happy to work with them. So really excited for this partnership, and I'm happy to work with them. So yeah, that's what's going on in my life at the moment. Not doing too much work on the business, sort of just networking and seeing where this whole TikTok thing is going, because it's all very new to me and I'm getting a lot of traction there. So just navigating that. And also I've got Stacey, who is now managing my business over in Bunbury. So she's running a lot of the day-to-day now for me, and that takes a lot of the weight off my back so I can focus on some other things. And eventually I want to move to Perth, which is 2 hours up north of where we are based. And that's obviously the much bigger market. It's 20 times the size of the city that we operate our main business in. So lots of potential there. And I'm very keen to just get in there and blow it up. So yeah, that's just a quick update on what I've been up to. So yeah, let's talk about how to differentiate yourself and position yourself at the top of the market. Positioning is key when we're dealing with a very price competitive industry, which is what cleaning is. There's so many people on the lower end of the spectrum who are charging dirt cheap prices because A, they just don't know what they're really worth and how much they can get. B, it's sort of like it's like they see everyone else doing it, so they kind of join in and they think that that's the quote unquote standard price or the going rate. I see this a lot in the Facebook groups too. People say, how are you charging 50 or 60 an hour? The going rate in my city is XX. It's like, come on, there is no going rate. There is no standard rate. People are going to pay whatever they think you're worth. Whatever value you bring to them is what they're going to attach a price to, essentially. So let's just split test something. Let's imagine that there's two identical businesses. There's ABC Cleaning and there's XYZ Cleaning. ABC Cleaning charges 30 an hour. XYZ charges 60 an hour. Which one are you going to go for? Probably ABC, right? Because why? The only thing that you have to go off is price. And in this case, the cheaper option is better because option number 2 has not shown you any other reasons why you should book with them. But now if we start to stack the value propositions on the side of XYZ Cleaning, it starts to tip the scales a little bit and it makes price become irrelevant. So if XYZ Cleaning advertises that and we're just going with the bare minimum here, they advertise that they're police checked, they thoroughly vet and train their cleaners, they use premium, high quality, eco-friendly products or whatever it may be. Now, all of a sudden, we're stacking the reasons and then we're stacking the chips in the favor of option 2. And we're actually putting some force behind the price that they're commanding and positioning them. And then if we give XYZ Cleaning a nice logo, they've got a good website with good imagery, it's got good flow to it, there's good marketing, you've got good social media presence, now you're overshadowing ABC cleaning, and the price is out of the question at this point because you've built a really solid brand and you've positioned yourself well enough to the point where people are going to be happy to charge or pay the premium prices because they know they'll be getting a premium service. It's like if you go on Google and you search for house cleaners in Bunbury, which is the city my main business operates in, you're going to see enhanced cleaning with 100 5-star reviews, and then you're going to see all the other people with like 3 reviews, no reviews. They've got 2 3-star reviews, and right off the bat, you're going to go with us if there is any sort of comparison there. That's what people do when they think about booking a cleaning service. They're going on Google, they're comparing you to other cleaners, and a lot of the time it comes down to price because you haven't shown them reasons why you're a better option. So having a good brand image, having a good logo, a professional logo, it really does go a long way. Even just having a professional name, not being tacky and having, gimmicky names. Like, I won't even get into that because I know a lot of people who have those sort of names and I don't really want to offend anyone. But yeah, the brand image is important. You want to be consistent in your social media. You want to have good marketing. You want to have a lot of benefits listed on your website. I've talked about this in the marketing episode we did. You want to list as many benefits as possible and think about all the features in your business and how they can be translated into benefits. So if you use eco-friendly products, put that in your advertising. Tell people that you use the best eco-friendly products so that they're great for your kids, they're great for your pets, they're good for your lungs and respiratory system and all that other stuff. Just stack the chips in your favor as much as possible. If you think you have some sort of edge over everyone else in the market, you need to shout that from the mountaintops. Don't keep anything a secret. Tell everyone that you love your work. Tell everyone that you take care of your clients more than all the other businesses and that you really care about your work, and get lots of reviews, advertise those reviews. Be consistent in your communication with clients. Have good follow-up processes. Have an easy booking system. Have a good pricing model that's easy to follow and easy for you to quote on. Another really smart thing to do is to find a niche, because if you're a jack of all trades, you're a master of none, and you can never really be at the top of your market for something if you're not a master at it. So in our business, we've niched into subscription-based house and office cleaning. So that's weekly, fortnightly cleaning. We do a lot of daily cleans as well for some offices, but we do not do bong cleans. We don't do window cleaning. We don't do oven cleaning. We don't do builder's cleans. We don't do anything like that. We are fully focused on the subscription-based house and office cleaning, and that is our niche. That's what we focus all of our time, money, and energy into. It's what we train all of our staff to do. We're not spread too thin across a ton of other services, so we can really just hone in on this and be the best at it. And when you're sort of like a handyman type of business where you just service any lead that comes your way and you say yes to every job, you're putting yourself down the bottom rungs of that totem pole of people that just, they charge whatever they can and they take whatever jobs they can get. And that's not the sort of pool you want to be in. So look at your business now. Are you someone who kind of does everything? Are you trying to niche down? Do you already have a niche? These are important things to think about when you're positioning your brand. And it's something that I learned quickly. You may have heard my story about how I started my business. I went through like 4 name changes. It started off as Enhanced Home Cleaning because I wanted to niche into homes, but then I started getting offices, so it turned into Enhanced Cleaning Services. And then I felt like that was too wordy, so it dropped to Enhanced Cleaning. And it's just a lot of back and forth where if I just sat down from the beginning and figured this all out, I could have saved a lot of time and money and got to where I am now a lot sooner. So don't get disheartened if you're already really far along the way and you kind of feel like you're at the point of no return and you can't go back and fix things. It's always fixable if you feel like your business is a mess. But it's really important, and I'm a big advocate for niching. It's good in any industry. If you find an inch that's an inch wide and a mile deep, you will be very well off. So in the instance of house cleaning, it's a very good niche. There's a lot of people who need a house cleaner, and there's not very many good cleaners. So we just really focused all our energy into creating the best hiring systems, the best training systems, the best marketing for that niche. And it's really paid off because we pretty much have a bear hold on the market over in Bunbury, WA. That being said, the things that we don't do, you might find that that's your calling. Like if you want to do bond cleans can be really profitable. They're just not for me personally. So I never wanted to build a business around them. So that could be your niche. You could niche into builder's cleans, which are a bit more specialized, but very profitable. Just make sure it's something that you love doing, because you want to have a litmus test in your business. A litmus test is basically what you do and won't do for money. It's figuring out what you like doing, what you hate doing, and then basing all of your services, your marketing, and your hiring around that. So I hate staying in one place for too long. I like to move around and go to different houses and cleans. So bond cleaning isn't a great option for me. Neither is builder's cleans because of that reason. Plus it's more specialized, takes more knowledge, which means it's going to take longer to train people to do it. And so these are like the litmus tests that I employ in my business. So I can create a really good lifestyle business where it's something that I love. I have staff that love what they do. They're never burnt out. They're never feeling stressed because the work has been built around this like modus operandi system where everything that comes in is aligned with our goals and our vision. And that helps us be a much better company because everyone loves what they do and we have a clear-cut vision and we know exactly where we're going and what we want to do. So that's another thing you should think about. Just think about the things that you like doing. You might like doing ovens. You might like doing windows. So focus on that, niche into that. If you were someone who just did oven cleaning, you can do very well with that because that's a niche that's an inch wide and a mile deep. And so back to ways that you can differentiate yourself. You may have heard the principle of a USP, a unique selling proposition. It's hard to create USPs in such boring and saturated industries like cleaning, but it isn't impossible. So in my business, we have a USP, which is we call it our industry leading money back guarantee. And that's if, we call it the clean of your dreams or it's free. So if someone isn't completely, utterly satisfied as soon as they walk in the door, they can get their clean for free. And so that gives us a bit of a wow factor. People see that and they're like, geez, these guys mean business. If they don't do an exceptional job, we don't have to pay them anything. And that might seem scary to you. You might be like, well, people are just going to see that and take advantage of it. That's not really the case. We've been doing this for 3 years. We've had to refund maybe 4 people and we've done thousands of cleans. So given how much business that guarantee has probably generated us just from people seeing that and choosing us over other businesses that don't have such a strong ironclad guarantee, it's far outweighed those couple of clients where we actually had to refund them. Plus, if you have clients like that aren't happy with the clean, they're not going to want to pay you anyway. So you may as well have a guarantee that just makes you look like a real business that means business and is going to position you higher above other businesses. So that's one USP that we have. Another USP we have is our training system. We're very outspoken about how rigorous our training system is. We've put over 1,000 hours into building this online training portal for our cleaners, and it's why we're one of the best companies in Australia, in my opinion. We send our cleaners through such a long curated training program that when they come out the other end, they are superstar cleaners. They are fantastic at what they do. And so we advertise that. And that's another way that we differentiate ourselves from other businesses. And yes, it is a very time-consuming thing to get to that point where you have a training system that is that comprehensive. But if you start now, you can get there a lot quicker than you think. If you just put the idea off because you know it's going to take a long time, well, then you're never going to do it. And that's only 2 examples of USPs of ways that you can differentiate yourself and stand out. There's a lot of other ways that you can do it. You can run competitions. That's something that I've done in the past. You can have a monthly competition. That's something unique that you could do. Obviously, no one else is doing that. And it just brings that wow factor to your business and it brings a lot of eyeballs on you. And it's just a way that you can win more business. It's as simple as that. It's just another marketing strategy. This is all marketing. More examples of USPs can be Like if you're doing Airbnb cleans, you can offer a same day turnaround guarantee, where if someone needs a same day clean, you can guarantee that. That's obviously going to bring a lot of security and peace of mind to Airbnb owners, and they're going to choose you over any other business any day of the week. And so you can think about other ways that you can incorporate these guarantees and these benefits and reasons why people can pick you over other businesses into your business. And you can get pretty creative with these. You can be very abstract with the ways that you try to create these USPs. And honestly, the more abstract, the better, because all the value is in the ambiguity of what you can do. Because when we're in such an ordinary industry as cleaning, it pays to try to be extraordinary. And the only way you can be extraordinary is if you think outside the box. That being said, though, you don't have to be a creative person. I am the most unoriginal thinker in the world. I take ideas and I re-innovate them. I make iterations to what other people have already done, and I incorporate it into my business. I've never had an original idea ever, I'm pretty sure. The competition idea, I got that from a direct marketing guy in the US. He was doing it for, I think, like a beauty salon business. I just took that idea, brought it into the cleaning business. It did really well. The idea of like a double, triple guarantee, like a money back guarantee, a time guarantee, and a quality guarantee, I got that idea from another guy who does marketing. So if you're worried about being creative and original, don't be, because I am neither of those things. What I am, though, is I'm an action taker. So when I have an idea, I implement. I don't sit on the idea. I'm not on the fence about it, wondering what if. I just go straight into it. I test things and I tweak. So if something works, then I build upon it. If something doesn't work, I pull it apart, figure out why it didn't work, and go from there. So those are some examples of USPs and ways that you can stand out. Now, finally, we're getting a bit far into the episode here. So let's talk about apples to orange comparisons in the cleaning business. The whole concept we're building upon right now is that you're better than all those people charging $20, $30 an hour. So how about we take all the reasons why those other businesses that are charging $20, $30 an hour are bad and compare them to all the reasons why you're so much better. That's called an apples to oranges comparison. So we do this in our marketing as well. We often talk about our training process. So we'll advertise that we have a really long 2 to 3 week training process, and then we'll compare it to the industry standard, which is, just give someone a mop and a bucket, tell them what they need to do, and they're off on their own. We also talk about how we vet candidates and our staff really thoroughly, and we compare it to a lot of other businesses that don't do that. And we explain why that's dangerous and why it's much better to go with someone like us who's going to give you more security and that peace of mind. And so just working down that list, you can think about all the things that are bad about these cleaners who probably don't even have ABNs and just take cash in hand, and then put it into like a list of pros and cons or a features and benefits list. And that provides a lot of information and value to the customer, because they're going to see that and be like, oh, that's right. These people don't even have insurance. I didn't even think about that. What if they break something in my house? Then I'm going to be liable for that. Maybe I should just go and book with this guy who's more expensive but has that insurance and seems to know more about what he's doing. And when you list that out, when you lay that out on your website and in your marketing, it's going to answer a lot of the questions that your customers have, and that's going to in turn make them want to book with you more. Because when people feel understood, that's when they'll want to do business with you. When people can relate to you and they can understand you, when they feel understood, that's when they want to do business with you. And so if you adhere to their concerns and their pain points before they even have to bring them up, then they're going to go with you over any other business. It's not just going to be about price. If it was all about price, I wouldn't be here with $1 million business today. It's that simple. But, all those people who think that the ceiling is $30 an hour, let them think that. That just makes more room for people like you and me to do really well and to charge these premium prices and deliver a premium service. Because let's face it, you can't grow your business and be better if you don't have profit. If you're not profitable, you're doing yourself a disservice just as much as you're doing your customers one, because you can't provide a really good service, and you know you can't if you're not profitable. You can't invest into better equipment, better training, better marketing, and you're going to be stuck in an endless loop. You're just going to be like a hamster running on a wheel. So not a sustainable model. Definitely not. You want to be charging more. You want to be positioning yourself at the higher end of the market, and you need to be congruent with that. So you need to have a good website, good brand, good marketing, good messaging, and just be a good business owner. Think about what a good business owner would do and act like that person. Envision yourself a year from now and picture how they would run their business. How would you in 12 months act as opposed to how you act now? What do you say in your marketing? What do you say to clients? How do you talk to them? That's a really cool mental exercise that you can do to kind of break that imposter syndrome that a lot of people have, and that I certainly had back in the day. I just think, what would me in 3 years think about this situation right now? How would he deal with this situation? And then I get a lot more clarity, and I feel like I know what I'm doing. It sounds silly, but when you actually try these things, you'll see that they can actually be really helpful. So I hope this brought you a bit of value. I hope that it's got the wheels in your head spinning. If you don't already have a good brand image and positioning, I'd like you to go back and work on that. Work on your website, work on your marketing, work on the messages in your marketing, and just look at all the gaps in your business and think about how you can fill them and how you can be different to all those other cleaners that you see. Just do a lot of market research. Look at all the people who are doing better. Look at all the bigger companies. Compare them to all the other people that you see in the Facebook groups and online, and you will see night and day differences that are going to help you grow in your own business. It's how I grew my business. I just looked at what a lot of other people were doing, all the other people that I looked up to and I thought were doing really well. I kind of modeled the successes that they were having, the things that they did, and it's really paid off. So yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Be different. Think of ways you can be different. You never want to be like the rest of the crowd, because that's when it becomes a race to the bottom and price is the only factor. Once you break through that cycle and that barrier, you open your business up to a lot of opportunity, and it becomes a lot more fun to run and more profitable, which is also more fun. So yeah, thanks for listening to another episode of Self-Made. I'll see you in the next one.